Years ago, one man, nay, a child really, goodness, what is that shirt, began posting NASCAR commentary videos to the website known as YouTube.com. He was just a guy in his college dorm room, filming videos whenever his roommate wasn't yelling at Rocket League. He was just a NASCAR fan who wanted to talk about the sport in ways other fans could relate. He called this show Out of the Groove. For years, the show has grown, getting groovier by the day. Now, something is about to happen that will change the course of the show forever. Today, I'm announcing the launch of the Out of the Groove Podcast Network and the Out of the Groove Weekly Viewers Guide. I'm super excited to announce this. I've partnered with the people at AE Engine to bring you guys even more NASCAR content made by race fans for race fans. I know that sounds cliche, but that's a mantra I've taken to heart ever since I began the YouTube version of Out of the Groove nearly 5 years ago. I did not have many friends growing up that cared about or even knew about NASCAR. I always knew there were NASCAR fans out there, so when I left home and started college, I knew that was my chance to connect to all of those fans through the power of YouTube. That's why I began the show Out of the Groove, and that's why I'm extremely excited to announce today's Out of the Groove expansion. Let's start with the all-new Out of the Groove Weekly Viewers Guide. It's a free, digital, subscription-based newsletter, formerly known as Roar. We've updated everything, and now it's the Out of the Groove Weekly Viewers Guide. Click the link below to check out the premiere first issue of the Weekly Viewers Guide. There's also a link down below where you can sign up with your email and get the Viewers Guide in your inbox every single week free. That's the beauty of this announcement. It's way more content, but it's free to all of you. In the Viewer's Guide, you can find a collective assortment of all new opinions and personalities. I may talk NASCAR with y'all and Out of the Groove almost every day, but I'm not much of a writer, so we got some fantastic writers in there. Check their work out. Tons of news, tons of opinions, tons of hot topics, as well as some driver interviews. There's a Q&A with Kyle Larson in this week's issue. And each week we'll also be highlighting other members of the NASCAR online community. And as the editor-in-chief of this all-new publication, I'm excited to highlight new NASCAR content creators every single week, so you never know, you might find yourself in the Viewer's Guide one day. If you want all of the top stories and hottest topics from the world of NASCAR each and every week in a nice, condensed, readable format with some videos and other fun interactivity thrown in, check out the Out of the Groove Weekly Viewers Guide. The first issue, the premiere issue, is linked down below. Make sure you sign up with your email as well so you don't miss an issue every single week. Now that's just one part of today's announcement. The second part is the all-new Out of the Groove Podcast Network. This is extremely exciting. You know, I started YouTube almost 10 years ago. Gosh, this will be my 10-year anniversary. Jeez. I didn't start Out of the Groove until much, much later, but through that show, I've met some of my now best friends in the whole world. The first show to be a part of the Out of the Groove Podcast Network is the NASCAR Weekly Podcast that myself, the Iceberg, Jarrett Lumberg, Black Flags Matter, Darian Gilliam, and Danny B Talks, Daniel Baldwin. We put that show on live on YouTube every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time.
Wednesday nights popping, man.
The show is now available on all major podcast platforms, Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, wherever you may find your podcast, you can find the NASCAR Weekly Podcast. This week we had Alan Cavana of Fox Sports fame on the show, and we've had a wide variety of high-profile guests just in the last few months. NASCAR President Steve Phelps, NASCAR Hall of Famer Mark Martin, Hailie Deegan, Jimmy Johnson, Alex Bowman. You never know who's going to roll up on the NASCAR Weekly Podcast each and every week. Super excited to have that show as a part of the Out of the Groove Podcast Network, but it is a network, so there are more than just one show. Another all-new show that launches with the network is called A Lifetime in NASCAR, featuring NASCAR historian reporters Aaron Burns and Ben White.
Tell me about like your favorite encounter with Dale Earnhardt or your favorite memory with Dale.
Somebody comes up behind me and just kicks the snot out of my chair. And I look around and I thought, well, who in the world? And it was Earnhardt. He said, could I sit down with you? I said, absolutely. So he sat down with me, and that was the most relaxed I had ever known Dale Earnhardt to be, because he said, you know what the coolest thing is over here? He said, I don't mean this in a bad way, but it's really cool. I said, what's that? He said, no one knows me. And I could actually come over here and just have fun and just, visit with the fans, and there's no points on the line. This is the coolest place in the world.
Aaron and Ben are lifelong NASCAR fans and NASCAR reporters, and on this show, they share their stories and often find a way to tie them into modern day trends. It's a great show for any fan who loves NASCAR history. I learn something new every time I listen. Go show Aaron and Ben some love. That's A Lifetime in NASCAR, one of the all new shows launching with the Out of the Groove Podcast Network. We have other shows in development as well, so expect the network to grow as 2021 pushes on. Out of the Groove is getting so much bigger this year, so much new content for you guys, new personalities involved. We have more custom content beyond just the Out of the Groove studio on the way. You've already gotten a glimpse of it with the Groovy Gulch Downhill Diecast Championship. Plenty more special videos, at-track meetups, things like that are on the way this year as well, all part of the expanded Out of the Groove network. And again, this would not be possible without the amazing people at AE Engine, and of course this would not be possible without all of your support over these many years, even before Out of the Groove was even a thing. It's really starting to hit me that I'm closing in on 10 years on YouTube. I've been doing this thing since I was in middle school. It's changed quite a bit. I've changed quite a bit. I'm sure all of you have changed quite a bit in 10 years, but I would not be where I am today if not for your tremendous support. So thank you all so much for supporting my dreams, supporting racing, and helping to foster an incredible online community of race fans. My goal since the very beginning was to find other NASCAR fans that I could connect to and relate to and talk to in a way I'd never talked to a NASCAR fan before. And in just a few short years, that has grown into something I could have never imagined happening. Thank you all so much for supporting my dream. I hope you're excited about all the new Out of the Groove content coming your way here in 2021 and beyond. Check out the Out of the Groove Weekly Viewers Guide. That link is down below. Check out the Out of the Groove Podcast Network. Last night was an all-new episode of the NASCAR Weekly Podcast. Check out A Lifetime in NASCAR as well. Plenty more to come. Thank you all for watching this video, and thank you for all the years of tremendous support. Big things are on the way for Out of the Groove and for NASCAR in 2021 and going forward. Thanks for watching, y'all.